What do you got here?
Oh, well, this is the Great Birkenwall Circus. We have the finest show ever seen under the big top. We got lions, tigers, tightrope walkers, trapeze artists, bareback riders, lions,
Where do you think
tigers.
you're going?
We're going to Titusville.
No, you're not. What's the trouble, Joey?
This fella says we can't go to Titusville.
Really? Why can't we go to Titusville?
Who are you?
My name's Tim Champion. I'm the owner of the circus, and I'd like to know why we can't go to Titusville.
You got a permit?
That's being taken care of right now. Meanwhile, this is a public road, mister. You better get out of the way. We're going through.
Nobody crosses the county line without a permit.
We'll see about that. Take them through, Joey.
Well, Bevo, I guess he knows better than to fight with Mr. Champion.
What's going on here? Let me at him!
Wait a minute, Pete. Wait a minute. Did you get the license?
No.
You didn't? Why not?
Had to get an okay from a guy named Flint, and he wanted a $300 payoff.
300. Who is this guy, Flint?
He runs a place called the Red Lion, and he acts like he runs the whole town.
Oh, he does, huh? Well, I think I'd better have a little talk with this man, Flint.
Meanwhile, what I said still goes. No circus wagon crosses the county line without a permit.
All right, Joey. Get him over to the side of the road. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Gee, you must have as many farm animals as we do in the circus.
Yeah, but who'd ever pay 2 bits to look at them?
Well, anyone who hasn't seen them before. That's why people pay to see lions and tigers and elephants.
Where in tarnation I find people that ain't seen farm animals before?
The North Pole, maybe. But I guess you'd be better off just keeping them for milking and eating.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Corky.
Only trouble is, I guess it's pretty hard to eat something once you get to know it.
Yes, sir. That's a pretty tough decision sometimes.
Gee. I could never eat Bimbo.
How'd you make out, boss?
We're getting out of here.
What happened?
Not much to tell. The man said pay off or we don't play Titusville. I don't pay bribes, so we skip this town.
Well, do you think that's a wise thing to do, Tim? We've had to run awful bad weather. The treasury's sure not very fat.
Yeah. And if we're going to have to feed this gang for 2 more weeks without taking in some money, we're really going to be busted.
You fellas don't expect me to pay a bribe, do you?
Oh, no, we didn't mean that, but, well, we wouldn't have any respect for you if you did that.
No, sir. So I reckon the best thing for us to do is get ready to move on, huh, boss?
That's right, boys.
Okay, Joey, let's go.
Hey, what's the matter with sitting up right here?
This is my friend, Mr. Hillman.
Just call me Ezra.
Well, I'm very happy to know you, Esri. You own all this property?
Yes, sir. You can set up right here and won't cost you a cent.
Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Hillman.
You just call me Ezra.
Esri, but unfortunately, it takes a little more than just setting up. You've got to have a parade and advertising.
Oh, poppycock. You're letting yourself be run out of town by a crooked politician.
Now, wait a minute.
Now, you just wait a minute. I know who it was wanted that there bribe. Matt Flint, that's who. But you sure struck a blow for liberty when you turned him down. That's when I like the cut of your jib, as the sailormen say. But listen, if you let him run you out of town, you're going to let a dirty scalawag do you a dirty trick.
Now, believe me.
Now, wait a minute. When fellas like Flint get to pushing people around, then it's everybody's business. That's what our country was made strong for. Don't you understand that, sir?
Yes,
It ain't only your circus you're fighting for. No, sirree, Bob. You got to set up shop right here and strike another blow for liberty.
I don't think we've got much to worry about losing our liberty with fire-eating old watchdogs like you around. Break out the canvas, boys!
Gee, Mr. Hillman, you're even a better talker than I feeler.
Hey, wait a minute. I forgot to tell you something. Flint ain't gonna take this laying down. He's gonna cause trouble for you and me, too.
You? You shouldn't be involved in this, Ezra, if it's going to cause you trouble.
Now, let me tell you something, Sonny. A citizen fighting for his rights ain't going to get very far if he runs away from a little trouble. Come on, Corky.
Ezra,
Huh?
isn't there anybody big enough in town to tackle this Flint? Are they all afraid of him?
Well, there's my nephew.
Who's he?
Name's John Ashcroft. He's city attorney, and he'll fight at the drop of the hat.
Why hasn't he done something?
Well, now, knowing a crook and catching him is two different kinds of cheese, Sonny.
I think I'll have a little talk with your nephew.
Yeah, you do that. He might not be able to help you, but he's a mighty good listener.
But we always have a parade. We never start without one. How will the people know where we are?
Well, there's more than one way of skinning a cat.
Well, why would anybody want to skin a cat?
Huh? Oh, well, maybe I should have said there's more than one way of catching a catfish. You ever eaten a catfish? Oh, finest eating you ever saw. And I caught the biggest one ever caught in these parts. Yes, sir. Folks around here are trying to catch him for years and years and years. Give him every kind of a bait that a fish is supposed to eat, but he wouldn't have nothing to do with him. So I give him something different. Yes, sir, I figured it out, and I put on the end of my hook a whole great big plug of chawing tobacco.
Chewing tobacco?
That's right, chawing tobacco. And by golly, it was just what he wanted. Seemed like he'd been waiting for it for years. Oh, he was a dandy, I'll tell you. I was tempted to have him stuffed and hung over the fireplace. But like I said, fish is mighty good eating.
What's that got to do with getting customers to the circus?
Well, don't you get it? If we ain't using the right bait, then we got to figure out something new to bring him in.
But what?
Well, now, listen, Corky. If you want to get some news spread around town real fast, you want to tell it to a woman in secret. But if you want to get the news spread around about a circus being in town, who's the one that you should tell to spread it?
A boy!
That's right. And better still, a lot of boys. Come on, son. We got work to do.
You all do this for me. You get a free ticket to the circus and all the peanuts you can eat.
Anyone who doesn't do his job will never again be allowed to enter that sacred portal. Let's go.
Now, what's all this about?
The circus starts tomorrow at Hiller's Meadows!
Fellas, you done a good job. Come on now, we'll give them both barrels.
you are, Mr. Flint. See for yourself. Can you have him arrested?
Well, arresting kids with an election coming up doesn't make for good popularity cast. The old man Hillman's different. Grab him when he goes by.
Goodbye, and thank you. Thank you, John.
There's your parade, boss.
I wonder whose idea this is.
Bet I can guess.
Come to the circus. You think you're
Go there and lock him up in the closet.
Listen, you scallywag, I'll have you put in jail for this. You can't do this.
Mr. Champion! 2 men, they took Mr. Ezra in there.
Yeah, we saw it, Corky. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Ezra, you all right?
You darn tootin' I am. There's the fellow that shook me up.
Wait a minute.
Settle down, old-timer. The fun's over.
Oh, darn it.
Looks as though you won this round, Mr. Champion.
Nice of you to say so.
There'll always be a tomorrow.
That's for sure.
Hey, fellers, look there, coming down the road. Biggest crowd I ever seen.
Say, they'll never stop us from putting on this circus now.
Hey, Bob! Bob!
Don't be too sure. Here comes Pete.
Hey, Bob! Bob! Come and see what they put on the bridge.
Hey, they can't do that.
They've done it.
Hey, what's up?
Bridge is closed. Can't you read?
Hey, I got a free ticket to the circus. Can't I cross? Don't weigh much.
Sorry, boys, the bridge is closed. That's an order. Nothing we can do about it.
Well, fellers, looks like Flint takes a swat at both of us this way. The customers can't get in to pay their money, and I can't get my food stuff to market. And food stuff don't keep, sonny.
You fellas go on back to the circus. Be back in a moment.
Hey, you, get back there.
Let him cross. He's no heavyweight.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Could I speak to you for a moment alone, Mr. Flint?
Yes, of course. Most unfortunate time for the bridge to be condemned, isn't it?
Yes, it is, man. It looks as though you win this round.
I think it's quite obvious.
Man has to recognize when he's beaten. So if you'll come over to the wagon, I'll give you the $300 for your fund.
Sorry, Mr. Champion, the price has gone up. I'll need a little more to compensate for all this trouble. Let's say $500.
I haven't got that much, Mr. Flint. But if you'll wait until I can collect the rest from the admissions, say in about an hour.
That'll be satisfactory. We'll be waiting, so don't try any funny business.
Don't worry. The deal's a deal. You'll get yours.
We got good news, folks. The inspectors reported the bridge to be in better condition than it first reported. So we're going to open it up. All right, Cass, move the sign over.
So, you made a deal with Flint.
I don't want to discuss it.
Yeah, naturally. When the chips was down, you didn't have the gumption to call him.
Looks like old Ezra don't go along with you.
He doesn't know the whole story yet.
Neither do I.
I don't either.
You will. If you gents would just follow me.
This must be the payoff.
You wait here. Tim will bring you the money.
This is one time I'm glad to see bars.
All right, gentlemen, here's your money.
Loose land! Land's loose!
Don't shoot, you fool. If you miss, he'll jump us. This way, hurry.
Land's loose! Land's loose! Land's loose!
Get in there quick. You'll be safe.
Oh, Nero, you were sure convincing.
Yeah, you almost had me scared for a minute. Better give him an extra saucer of milk tonight, Pete.
You bet I will. Come on, Nero. Yes, sir. Give you anything you want.
We'll be safe in here for a while.
Yeah, at least we got the money. Let's count it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our show to bring you something special. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you your fighting young city attorney, John Ashcroft.
Fellow citizens, I will take only a moment of your time to bring you a matter of great importance to all of you.
The circus is no place for political speeches. Oh, shut up. Well, it ain't.
I call your attention to that wagon. This wagon holds a man who's responsible for all of the graft we've been having in Titusville. A man too clever up to now to be caught. But like all crooks, this man finally overreached himself. This man you all know. His name is Matt Flint. Matt Flint has demanded a cut of everything that has come into this town. But we have never been able to get enough evidence to prosecute. On my advice, Mr. Champion paid the bribe. But he kept a record of the serial number of every bill. I have that list of numbers here. And this evidence will put Mr. Flint and his cronies right where they belong. In jail.
You can't get away with this, Ashcroft. You've got no authority in this town. I demand that you retract.
Hey, now, maybe that's so. But I'm deputy of this here county, as anybody can tell you. So hand over them bills. Thank you kindly. All right, fellas. Take him straight to the hoosgow.
And so Matt Flynn stands indicted and convicted before all of you. Remember this next week on Election Day. And now, on with the show.
Bye, Mr. Hellman.
Bye, Corky.
All right, Joey, we're ready to roll.
All right. Get up there. So long, Ezra. Get
Bye,
up.
Joey.
Shirley. Take him away. Get down, you. Goodbye, Ezra. Thank you.
Bye, Sonny. Sure been lots of fun.
Why'd you give me this key to the city? It doesn't open any doors.
It already has. You made a lot of friends in Titusville, Corky. That's the key to their heart. Get up there.